Also, I don't have my local recording going. These are all very key elements of ensuring that things actually work. I made a command for it while I was eating burger. Yo, trans. Yeah, we have RNG MANIP now. It's a thing. You can now run this game without getting owned by Blind Arsonist 3/4 of the way into the run. It's great.
I disagree.
Bruh! An anonymous gifter. Gifting 10 subs, what the fuck? Chat's moving so fast, I honestly didn't get a chance to read all of those. I'll catch up to that in a bit, I guess, maybe? I see... I can't really read it without fucking up my line.
I disagree.
And my line's already fucked. I see My Neighbor Burrito. My Neighbor Burrito, enjoy your sub. You're the only one who gets thanked.
I disagree.
Well, the case only has like 19 solutions, but yes, you can manip that too. I keep ducking. Dude,
I disagree.
A, I'm fucking bad at 2-dicks, and B, I don't like 2-dicks. I'm pretty sure I don't like 2-dicks that much.
I disagree.
The counter goes to 167. It should go to 170, because that's what it says on my screen.
I disagree.
Cat Hugger, Hadouken, Confucius, S-Freeze, Fries, whatever. Tyrion, SC2, Wallix the Raccoon, Utimitsu, DZ, Remulet, and My Neighbor Burrito. Enjoy your subs, and thank you, Anonymous. Rock Paper Steven, gifting a sub to Ignitus. Thank you very much. Everyone's just going to be disagreeing with me for the next, like, 10 seconds.
I disagree.
Mother Suckers is what we're going with, apparently. What is work SH2? What is this work thing you're doing, 4 Eyes 5? I don't get it. Explain.
I disagree.
You see, we have Ven Bright subtly attempting to get a gift sub.
I disagree.
Give me $5, bitch. Give me.
I missed the door like a dumbass. Chat moving so fast, I'm struggling to keep up with it. Work is what you yell as, like, yes, girl, do that thing, mama, the house down boots. What in the fuck are you talking about, friend? What's the ruling on the leaderboards? There hasn't been one. There really isn't a need for a ruling. I don't really understand why this needs a ruling. It's RNG MANIP. Hell if we're, like, the first people to fucking come into RNG MANIP. I mean, the ruling is that I say, do it or die. Like, I guess that's the ruling, because no one does anything until I say words. No, of all the things that I do to Konami games, right, them talking about Silent Hill 2 MANIP is the least of my worries. How would you even police it? You wouldn't, that's the thing. I don't know, I've just immediately decided to do runs with it because I don't actually really think it's up for debate. Like, it's here now. Do it. Like, what are you gonna do? Ban it? Like, that's, like, trying to, like, make people not use it is, like, pretty close to trying to ban an idea, so you can't really do that. The world's greatest gambler. My superpower is luck. But like the kind of like super high school level luck though, where it works in really non-obvious ways. On that note, did you know the Danganronpa games are on sale on Steam and you should buy them because they're quite good? Yeah, the SH2 Luck guy gave out a sheet that has the first 100 seeds on it, which is all you need, really. Just for the sake of clarifying this, right, because the Kotaku article is inaccurate about this, the sheet that he has given out contains the first 100 seeds. That is not the only seeds, they're just the only seeds that matter if you're trying to manipulate it. There are, like, millions of seeds, like, literally. There are literally millions of seeds. There is an ungodly number of seeds. Yeah, I was gonna say, like, when he was, like, going around in people's chats guessing their seeds, he was very clearly using, like, whatever program or, like, cheat engine table or whatever that he, like, wrote to pull that off. But what he did to make it work as manip is he just, like, took the output of the first 100 seeds and put it in list format, which, like, okay. Seems fine by me. Like, this sort of thing isn't actually especially unheard of. Like, Pokemon's been doing it for years. Like, Pokemon games, they hashed out the results of all the seeds for important stuff like starter generation. They did that ages ago. See, the RE3 thing, I think, involves modifying the game, which is a... Like, this doesn't involve modifying the game, it just involves having, like, a mapped-out RNG selection. Like, that's just manip. That's very bog standard in speedrunning. What the fuck is this? That was, like, 340, I think? Or was it 240? Was it 340 or was it 240? Someone tell me what that was. It was either 340 or 240. Excuse me while I look it up during this cutscene. Oh. There's no results for 340, so that narrows it down considerably. It was 240? Well, there's no results for 240 here, so that can't be it. Oh, 241 is a valid option. Might be that then? This one is also a blind arsonist seed. I mean, they're all blind arsonist seeds now, technically, but what I mean by that is I mean it's first rope. This one's number is luck. Can't see where the fuck I'm going. Hello, first time here? Is it, though? I think I recognize the name Miss Magius. Miss Magius. I mean, well, actually, that's a Pokemon, isn't it? So there's a lot of people. Yeah, luck is a number. What the fuck are you talking about? You bother me on Twitter sometimes with witty replies. Ha! You wish. Witty. There are no replies to my tweets that are witty. They are all shameful. Every day they crawl into my replies like goblin children, waiting to troll me. The wiki was proved wrong a long fucking time ago. Nope, my edit will never stick on the wiki. It will never sticky. Not on that wiki, no siree. I found it very telling when the Resident Evil wiki, like, inline citation for
I disagree.
the way RE4's dynamic difficulty works was to, like, just put the ESA run of RE4, like, New Game Pro, in a citation. Bond Splicer, thank you very much for the tier 1 sub. Have we, like, hit the goal yet? $168. Why is it showing 168? That's not at all accurate to what mine is showing. Fucking on-stream sub goals are really bad and broken. But okay, we'll go off what people can actually see. We're close to that Fatal Frame 2, and I would like to play Fatal Frame 2. So, like, hurry up. Does it count Prime? It should. I don't see why it wouldn't. I don't know why sub goals are so buggy. Why are they so buggy? How much time is the minute saving in a run? Probably like 20 seconds. Max. It's honestly, like, not as big as you might think. Oh, that was bad. You're skipping the hospital roof?
I disagree.
You can't. Precious Roy, thank you for gifting to Killer MC and Irish Ouija. So that makes 170, right?
I disagree.
That makes goal. Is that goal? 169. Why? Why did that not go up by 2? What the fuck? Just not go into the blood room? Yeah, you just don't go into the blood room. As far as I know, you have to go up to the rooftop. Like, the box actually does not open if you do not go up to the rooftop and get knocked down. I think that is, like, required. Yeah, this Streamlabs sub goals fucking blow, dude. I'm sorry. Legit, I might actually just start tracking it manually. If you don't go up to the roof, the game will actually change the correct solution if you enter it. That's fucking balmy. But do you know what it will change it to? Can you manip that? I was watching Catherine at Evo. I was. Hi, Black Cat. You did really good. You had such tenacity to reset the bracket with those games. Dude, I was fucking hype. I was popping off. There is one game where, like, the entire chat thought you were dead, like, 5 times over, and you just didn't fucking die, and it was, like, everyone was losing their minds. I was losing my mind. I thought it was awesome.
I disagree.
Succin love.
Succin! Thank you, Monster Hunting Bunny, for the 2 months. I'm gonna get Catherine Full Body when it comes out in September, and probably stream it, because I really liked the original Catherine, but as a speed game, it was kind of a bit... It was random, which is not the worst thing ever, but dying because of the randomness in Catherine was super punishing. Like, a death would cost you minutes. Whereas in Full Body, deaths don't cost you as much because undo works for undoing deaths. Which probably makes the game, like, too easy, but I don't really care. Catherine might possibly be too hard. So I guess it makes sense. It's a running theme with Atlas re-releases to make the game easier in the re-release, and Catherine is like the one game that possibly could need it. Because that game is hard as tits by default.
I disagree.
Bruh. Thank you for gifting a sub to Roy, Sokuban. Yeah, I'm one of those mad people who fucking, like, got all the golds on hard and stuff, and that was a trick. There's one. We've done it. You guys have hit the sub goal. I knew it was gonna happen eventually, because I knew people would get pissed off about the fact it's not going up properly. So what's the shape of Dynamic Christopher 2? The PC port is broke and a waste of time. So I bought an American PS1 copy instead. It will probably take a few weeks to get here. Hey, M-Step. And when it does, I'll probably do runs on console instead and see how that shakes out. Although for the time being, we're back on the Silent Hill 2 train.
We have RNG manipulation.
So I gotta redo my runs in every fucking category. Gah. Of which there are 4 that matter. What's the over-under on time save? About 16 seconds total. Oh no, sorry, excuse me. How much is it total? I don't know. You save like some amount of time from doing shit in the hospital and some amount of time from blind briefcase. I don't remember what it actually is overall. Like, I'd say it's about 20 seconds total. Fuck, open the door.
I disagree.
Sorry I was late to the sub-hype train.
It's okay. Thank you for the 7 months, M-Step. Hello, Empress. Yeah, I would not find that surprising. That Atlas USA are a bit, you know, more receptive to that sort of thing. Fuck. I'm fucking bad at this run now. Ugh. Early. Nope, early. Alright, so what do I got here, actually? I have 1781, 4783. Cool. No, you cannot skip the rooftop. It is actually, like, hard-coded that you do not. If you attempt to put in that solution early, the game will change it. Why does the game keep doing that? That's happened on both runs now. Fuck off. Yeah, I was gonna say, like, Japan understands, like, transgendered people just fine. I mean, well, I say that, relatively speaking. What I mean by that is that the concept isn't, like, completely alien. Like, that for some reason there's, like, a narrative that goes around every time this stuff gets talked about where people try and imply that Japan doesn't have, like, an LGBT culture at all, and I don't get that, because of course they do. What's the purpose of going to the roof? To get knocked off. You have to do it, like, it's required. Yeah, it seems very logical that if you know the code, you can skip the roof, but no, you cannot. It does not work like that. If you attempt to put them in early, the game will actually change the solution on you to prevent you from doing that. Why not edit out the need for going to the roof? 'Cause it don't work like that. Trans. You're memeing on me. I don't like it. I'm being Kappa memed. Oh, I see a Kappa and I age 50 years. I'm dead. I presume this is about the RE3 thing where they're voting on whether or not to mod the grenade launcher out. I'm actually interested that that debate has, like, apparently been reopened, because I remember D-Chaps, like, figured out how to do that a while ago. Like, he figured out how to fix the RNG such that you'd always get grenade launcher, and people laughed it out of the fucking room. If you can manip the RNG in a way that requires you to actually do, like, things to pull that off, then by all means, but if you're gonna, like, actually physically edit the game at runtime to make sure it always gives you a favorable outcome, that's kinda whack. That's my line on this. Some people don't see a problem with that, which, like, I don't know, I guess sure. Like, I'm sure you guys have all heard about Bioshock Infinite and the hill run. Actually, maybe you haven't, I don't know. So maybe you haven't heard about the Hill Runner's hat thing in Bioshock Infinite, but basically those guys actually did mod the game to give you, like, to give you good RNG all the time. And I thought that shit was symptomatic of a bad speedrun. Like, that was my hot take on Bioshock Infinite, is that if you have to mod that shit for it to be a good speed game, it ain't a good speed game. Like, I would actually say the bigger issue with Bioshock Infinite is less the RNG to get good gear, and more the 20 minutes of walking bullshit that you have to do before you get there. You got 2DX posters? Post them in the... Yeah, it's like I already said, and then people actually made a category that's like, you only do you don't do the guest house, which I find that category so fucking strange. Like, I know the guest house is boring, but it's not like it's, like, null gameplay. There is actually, like, things you have to do in the guest house. If it's a shit speedrun, who cares if they mod it? I guess. I don't know. Like, my stake in this is super low. Oh yeah, the tool. See, that's the tool for Resident Evil 2 speedruns. That's a thing in a lot of Resident Evil speedruns, where you can see information that isn't normally available to you, like boss health and stuff, and that's significant, because you can make plays that you would not be able to make otherwise if you could not see boss health. Like, that's a true thing. It lets you make better plays, it lets you make smarter plays, plays you would not be able to make if you didn't have perfect information, and you're not supposed to have perfect information. Resident Evil 2 Remake in particular as well, actually, goes out of its way massively to obscure good information. Like, that game is designed to not give you perfect information. That's how it, like, I for the record, I fucking hated that about that game. I hated how it obscured how combat works. That's one of the reasons I didn't get into that game very much, because I found the way it obfuscates the details to be complete garbage. But anyway, yeah, that's always been that's a gray area kind of thing. Using, like, memory viewing programs to get information that isn't available to you otherwise has always been, like, kind of gray area legal in speedrunning. It depends on individual communities. Because, like, if everyone can do it, then it's not technically unfair, but it does grant you an advantage that a conventional play of the game wouldn't normally be able to do. But the thing about that sort of technique is that once it's out there, you pretty much have to have everyone use it. Okay, so 428 Shibuya Scramble is one of the best visual novels ever made. And probably one of the best games released in the year it came out in. It's so fucking good. It's so good. You'll laugh. You'll cry. It's a roller coaster right the way through to the end. Shibuya Scramble is so fucking good. It's such a good fucking game. Yeah, you absolutely cannot work out, like, DA on the fly, or what you're doing with knife, because, like, you never have any idea how much your knife is actually hitting. You have, like, a vague sense of it, but you wouldn't be able to tell precisely. What are you going to do, count the sound effects? What's the length of it? A normal playthrough, I'd say, is about 30 to 40 hours to just clear the game and get, like, the ending. It's a long one, but it's so good. It's so good. There are very few games in this world that I would feel comfortable giving like a 10 out of 10 kind of rating towards. That would be... Shibuya Scramble is definitely on that list. On that very, very short fucking list of games that I think are, like, exemplary productions in their genre. The presentation is slick, the localization is fucking 5-star, A+, brilliant turns of phrase, excellent writing. It's wonderfully evocative. Every character's, like, sense of internal voice is carefully crafted, such that it never feels repetitive. It's bonkers good. It's so fucking good. Disgustingly good really is the word for it. Like, it's so good that it's like, where do you even go from there? Like, what does anyone else do? Like, stop. Leave some for everyone else. Like, what are you doing? It's unbelievably good. Now, it deserves to be good, but, like, it just makes it look so easy. But it's not. It's so fucking intricate and complicated, and clearly, like, so much effort went into it, and the visual presentation is unique. Like, people look at it and go, oh, FMV game, blah, because they have a bad reputation in, like, you know, Western parlance for reasons that probably don't need explaining. But the way it uses that, it uses it to great effect. The presentation's fucking immaculate, and it probably wasn't that easy to shoot either. It actually looks like a pain in the ass to shoot games like that. The shots are great, the brief video moments to accentuate key moments are very well shot. It's got also, like, it's got a surprising amount of content for, like, a visual novel. Like, once you've completed the game, you think it's over. It ain't over. You think it's over? It ain't over. It's so fucking good. It's crazy how good that game is. It's unreal. If I was only able to recommend one visual novel for someone to play, it would be Shibuya Scramble. If you're only going to get one, you play that one. It is an anime. No, it's FMV. It's full motion video. It's real actors. And it makes such good use of it. I mean, it is a Japanese game for the record, right? It is Japanese as fuck. It's literally set in Japan. In Shibuya, specifically. Shocking, that. But it's fucking good. Is it older? It is older. 2018 is the release of the localization, which for my purposes, I'm going to count as it being a new game because, like, as a visual novel, the script is kind of everything. But yeah, Shibuya Scramble was actually originally released in 2009 in Japan on the fucking Wii. It's a Wii game. You would have no idea from, like, how well it holds up. Fuck. And that's the thing about, like, visual novels, and especially that particular aesthetic as well. Oh, I fucked up. Especially that particular aesthetic, is that it's, like, reasonably timeless. Might have the pipe. Doesn't help. Oh, that was early. What's Machi about? Well, it's about more or less the same sort of thing as Shibuya Scramble, which is that, you know, it's like a bunch of people in Shibuya whose fates get intertwined. Although the broader, like, plot of Machi is not immediately apparent, whereas in Shibuya Scramble, you know right away that there's, like, a kidnapping going on. That's not a spoiler. That's told to you within the first, like, 5 seconds of the game. Like, Shibuya Scramble is pretty upfront about the fact that the central plot is a crime drama. I keep doing that. Whereas Machi doesn't, like, reveal its hand about what it's really about, although it's about, like, kind of the same sort of deal. Like, there's a cataclysmic... The thing is that I haven't, like, finished Machi, so I don't actually know. So, of course I haven't finished Machi. It's fucking all in Japanese. You think I've got the time on my hands to read a 40-hour Japanese game? Yes, well, I fucking don't. I don't actually have that much free time on my hands. Like, this is my free time. This is it. I do this. And I go to bed. Why does that input keep dropping? I think it's a pretty good use of my free time, too. I get paid for this. Did I say that out loud? Hey, Dark Data. First aid kit. Haha, elevator. Hello, the bear. Yeah, everyone greets Zoku now. What the fuck? Apart from Brazilian Ghost. Hello, Brazilian Ghost. See, he greets me. He understands who the person who's actually doing the fucking video games is. You cheeky shits. Fuck. God damn it. pressing buttons, alright. They only come here to chat with Zoku. Why isn't Zoku the streamer? I ask this question every time I stream a Japanese game, and Zoku, like, clearly understands it better than I do. It's like, why isn't Zoku the one doing this? Fuck. I haven't streamed a Japanese game in ages, no, but I mean, I plan on it. I plan on a lot of things, is the thing with that. God damn, I suck.
Disagree.
Concha.
Concha to you too, Ninja. Thank you very much for the 16 months. Amazingly, this one is also actually rope 1, according to my chart. Whether or not that's actually correct, I don't know. Bing bong, bing bong. There's an RNG MANIP now? Yeah. It was discovered... Oh, right, I should rather say mapped yesterday. Naturally, as is the case with, As is the case with all things new in speedrunning, a certain contingent of people immediately disliked it, whereas I chose to immediately start doing it. Hey, GCV. Glad you like the runs, dude. Yeah, so the funny thing as well is that the guy who has, like, mapped out the RNG MANIP and knows, like, quite a lot of things about running this game is just, like, someone who seems to like deliberately keeping their identity a mystery. So I don't really know who it is. Like, he's in chat. Well, he was in chat, at least. I don't know if he's still here. He's probably still here. He's only going by SH2Luck on Twitch, which, like... He claims to be a runner of other games, which I find believable. But I don't know who that is. Like, maybe if I don't know, I can't put a name to it. Yeah, he was having fun with it, like, posting people's RNGs in their streams, and then he released the relevant numbers, because he's not, like, a jerk. See, I thought it would have been interesting if he was a jerk. Because, like, what do you do if someone's just predicting all of your RNG?
Disagree.
Thank you, Ninja, for gifting a sub to Idfugel, a person whose name I never pronounce. If I just hold straight, will this trigger or will I get owned? Didn't get owned. There's an L in there. Hold this fucking L. Your name is unpronounceable. That's not a name. That's just a series of consonants. So what determines RNG MANIP? How fast you mash through the start of the game. That's good. Nah, a Flügel can hold this L. The L, that is his name. Oh, fuck, I fucked up. It's okay. Bruh. It hasn't, like, busted the game to tiny pieces. It saves, like, 20 seconds. It's, like, not that big of a deal. Is the HD collection even worth getting? Not really, no. If anything, it mostly just makes the game less miserable to run. How's the RNG manip going? It's going manipulatively. Yeah, if you have like a PS2 or an Xbox, I would sooner recommend you play this game on a console. If you have a PC, use the PC port or emulate the PS2 versions. That works fine too. Because the PC port's kind of not the best thing ever, really. The HD collection is really bad and is not very good. Like, consider literally any other option before HD collection. Okay, okay. What about Enhanced Edition? That looks fine. It's not speedrun legal, but that's fine. If you just want to play the game, that looks fine. Hey guys, do you want to know what the briefcase word is? Yeah, really. How come Enhanced isn't speedrun legal? Because it modifies the game to make it go faster. Pretty basic. Like, it actually makes anything involving a transition go faster, which saves a lot of time over the course of a whole run. Because there's no reason these transitions should take so long, but they do. So deal with it. Granted, like, there has been a contingent of people who want Enhanced Edition to be legal for a while, and I'm not, like, super against that, but... it would have to be a different category, because it is literally, like, a different version of the video game. Now, it's way faster than PS2. PS2's load times are rank. What the fuck, game? Go suck a dick. Awkward. Why is the door always impossible to hit? Yeah, no, console load times for these games are something else, man. Especially with, like, me being used to PC at present, which has, like, no load times. See, the thing is, I didn't actually notice the fact that Enhanced Edition speeds up load times, not load times, transitions, there's a difference. But it became relevant at some point when Ecdysis was starting to get, like, mysterious world records across the board, and when I investigated, I found that he was just flat saving time in places where he absolutely should not be. Because he had the mod installed by accident. See, SH3 giving you long-ass loads between doors will happen regardless of what you do, because the reason that happens is that some doors wait for sound effects to finish playing before they're allowed to, like, load the next room. So anytime you hear, like, a or a bleh, it's waiting for that to stop. Took me a while to figure that out, but there you go. How do I RNG manip this hallway? Yeet! It's just another quirk of Silent 3. That's just how the game's programmed. How's RNG Manip done? Carefully.
Mary?
What do you want, James?
New world record incoming?
Brought
Probably.
some flowers.
Flowers?
Let's get that sub 39.
Want any damn flowers? Just go home already.
Mary, what are you saying?
Look. Disgusting. I don't deserve flowers.
I don't want any damn flowers. Me playing Bomani games. I've made that joke before. DJ Yoshitaka, my dude, please compose another song. It's been 9 years. I keep getting the Maria ending. Fine by me. Fucker. Well, there you go.